StickTok is in the fight of its life. What is the most outlandish thing that can happen in this community? Well, today we're gonna answer that and we're gonna find out. Before we get into that, many of you are probably confused. What is StickTok and what sect of StickTok am I referring to? Now, this is a place where hikers and nature lovers come together to display their loot in many ways. Imagine hiking and you find the most interesting stick you've ever seen in your life. Your first instinct is to show the people you're hiking with, hey, look how weird this thing is. But the next instinct is for you to pull out TikTok, record it, and put it on the internet. And this alone has brought joy to millions and millions of people, finding some of the craziest things that nature has to offer. And we love that. We love that about StickTok. But it begs the question, what stick will rule them all? What is truly the best stick of StickTok? Now, how did this phenomenon start? Well, it all came from, obviously, the natural desire to share the beauties of nature. Now, eventually, enough of these videos were on the internet where there needed to be a collection, somewhere where someone could go to and see the best sticks the internet had to offer. And this is where Stick Nation was born. This phenomenon sparked a massive influx of stick videos into the internet. And for all the stuff that was on TikTok, this is well needed, okay? We need wholesome, refreshing content. And this is just the thing that everyone needed. But what if I told you something could jeopardize it? A competition. Stick Nation is hosting Best Stick of the Year. And something that was so pure, so innocent, wanting to show the best stick nature had to offer to the world via TikTok, has now become an ever-consuming race to find the greatest stick in the world. This year, there have been some wild sticks that have come out of the woodwork, dare I say. But is this the spirit of Stick Nation? Or is Stick Nation simply evolving? Maybe that's a sign. Is introducing competition into this community really what it needs? Some would argue, yes, it would help grow Stick Nation. But some would say that this spirit of competition would taint the very spirit Stick Nation was born with. Pure, innocent desire to share what nature has to offer onto the internet. Now, of course, as things evolve on the internet, things change. Things get better, things devolve. Is this competition some kind of gift to Stick Nation? Or is it a sign that Stick Nation is headed towards brain rot? And let me say, there are some of the purest souls on Stick Nation. For instance, this man who talked about the stick that's been in his family for years, for generations.
Hey there, Stick Nation. This is Uncle Pappy from sunny Florida, man. This is a special stick. This is my grandfather's stick he found when he was in the Boy Scouts, man. He carved Troop 104. You can see it right there, and he's got the old Boy Scouts logo. He carved a nice little hand notch. I mean, this is an old stick, butter. It reminds me of the quote, "Society is great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they will never sit in." And it reminds me of another thing. Society is great when old men find sticks who will support people walking paths they know they will never stride, man. It's a beautiful thing. A good stick can last a lifetime, and a great stick can last generations, man. Keep on rocking, Stick Nation. This is Uncle Pappy from sunny Florida, brother.
That is adorable. And this is the type of person who I want to protect. Now, obviously, for people that don't know, I'm being facetious. The idea of having a stick competition on the internet that could potentially ruin the very fabric that this movement was started with is ridiculous, absurd, and funny. But is this the fate of every pure thing on the internet? Once it reaches a certain point, its critical mass per se, will it be at risk of being memed and evolve to such a place where it's nothing like what it once was? I think with some of the saints we've seen talk about nature's works of art, we might be okay, but they're fighting a losing battle. What is the future of Stick Nation, you ask? Perhaps people in communities that don't have access to the forest find sticks in their own habitat. If we all remember Future's Stick Tok song, the one that Michael Phelps famously won one of his races pre-gaming to. Came through with a stick and you heard it. Song's pretty funny, not gonna lie. Will future generations share the splendors of nature, or will brain rot get a hold of this beautiful community, the beautiful gem of the internet, and spoil it, just like it has with so many other things? Time will tell. One thing is for sure, the saints of Stick Nation will continue to fight, but it will not be easy. But a lot of things are possible.
All right, StickTok, present to you our stick.
If you thought that was the only great thing on the internet, you'd be wrong. There is a man, Calmer White, on TikTok, who's created the greatest business to ever exist. If you wanted to cuss out your boss, he'll do it for you. And he'll do it anonymously, so your boss can't fire you after. If you want to learn about his journey, his odyssey, dare I say, click this video right here. I'll see you there.
Stick Nation forever. Keep your sticks close. God bless.